Today I'm here with a lawyer, the legend himself. They call him Legal Eagle. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Stone.
Order in the court.
I don't know how to do this. I really don't. We're here to find out and look at some of these clips, see if these parts could get us in trouble.
Why is it that every time I'm here, you guys are doing illegal stuff? Yes, you will get into trouble. Yes, it's illegal. If you have to ask, you shouldn't put it on your car.
Give us a first clip.
This exhaust has to be illegal.
Probably. I mean, that's a bomb. How do you even get a car exhaust to make that kind of a explosive backfire?
Oh, nice. He's asking me questions. I'm scared. Okay, so they sell exhaust kits that it's like a spark plug.
And there's actually a spark plug in the exhaust.
Yeah, on some of them there are. It's like that would just spark and the fuel shoots out and then boom, here we go. I see it more like a show thing, right? Emission-wise, I don't know. I don't think that'd be something bad, right?
Well, I mean, you could fire a gun into the air and call it a show, and that still doesn't make it any less illegal.
You guys heard that?
But look, it should not surprise anyone to know that that kind of exhaust is completely illegal. There are all kinds of laws in California that prevent modification of an exhaust system, and you have to have a muffler that limits the sound to less than 95 decibels. And clearly, like, if your car is exploding, that's more than 95 decibels. I'm surprised more people don't put these kinds of kits on their cars because everyone loves the sound, the melodious sound of a stupid 4-cylinder Civic with like horrible explosive noises coming out of it that sounds like gunfire. I see one of those like beat up 97 Civics going down the road and I'm like, yeah, that guy's cool. That guy is really, really cool.
He's hurting us, guys. All of us.
All rise.
So this exhaust, do you think it's legal or not legal?
Definitely illegal. It gets the Legal Eagle seal of illegality.
Ooh, that sounded sexy-ish.
Next clip, please.
The latest rage for kids is driving parents and entire neighborhoods crazy.
So old.
Nearly every muffler shop in Oakland is installing Whistler tips. It's a piece of metal welded inside the exhaust pipes that makes the car audible for almost a mile.
You know what? I tried that.
Tell me about the whistles.
The whistles got woo!
I've actually installed that in one of my cars, and it sounds nasty.
Oh no!
It sounds just gross.
I mean, when you do stuff to your car, doesn't it make it horrible to drive when you're the driver?
I swear, I thought you were gonna say everything you do to your car is it gross. I'm like, no, it's no, it's not. I don't think you get a ticket for that, right?
Oh yeah, you 100% good. For sure. Yeah, again, California is very strict on what you can do to mufflers. It cannot exceed 95 decibels. What's interesting is that I'm not entirely sure from this clip that it was exceeding the decibel limit. It might be that it was just such a high frequency that it carries, which would be a really interesting twist on the normal muffler modification, except that after those things became very popular in Oakland in the early 2000s, the state legislature specifically outlawed whistle tips.
That's just nasty.
Yeah, these are the Pickle Ballers of the car world.
Legal or illegal?
That is very illegal. It gets the Legal Eagle seal of illegality. Again,
you guys just can't have fun. That's what it is. At the end of the day, no fun.
Next clip. Okay, covering the license plate. That's a no-go. And okay, you cannot see. How do you drive that?
That is a real good question.
Do you put tint on your cars?
I do, but not like that. The front windshield is over dramatic. Like that's exaggerate. I don't know what you're doing. Well, I know what you're doing.
Just use your imagination, because Sandro's not going to tell you. Not surprisingly, you cannot have a huge obstruction in your front windshield, and usually you can't put tinting on the front windshield at all. This has basically blacked out the front, and if I were wearing sunglasses, I think on the inside of that car, I'd be able to see out of it.
That's the weirdest. So I just imagine somebody with sunglasses with the tinted windows. Like, were you serious? What are you, Blade? Legal or not legal?
Yeah, that is very illegal.
Yeah, okay, you heard it. Don't tint the out of your cars. Let me get the next clip. Oh, me.
The heat is on for South Africa's
You know what's
party.
crazy?
It looks like a James Bond movie, but the inventor of the blaster
that guy was
system,
just
Charles
lit on
Fury,
fire?
believes he's found a way to deal with carjackers.
Now, have you ever installed a flamethrower?
Have I ever installed a flamethrower?
Actually, yeah, don't answer that question.
Hey, you see? Some advice.
Lawyers have to deal with law as written in statutes. So someone sat down and said this specific thing is illegal, and then we also have to deal with sort of general principles that cover just really stupid things in general. I don't know if there is a specific law in California that says you cannot install a flamethrower on your car. Probably because very few people have been dumb enough to try to do it. Now, assuming that there isn't a specific law that says you can't install a horizontal facing anti-personnel flamethrower on your car, you're just dealing with the normal principles of law that deal with probably the use of flamethrowers. Now, this appears to be a manually operated flamethrower. They pressed a button that sent flames out the sides.
Right.
So yeah, to me that is basically like would you be allowed to drive down the road while also having one hand on a flamethrower that shoots out the window? And the answer is almost certainly no, you can't do that, and you're going to be liable for assault with a deadly weapon and all kinds of intentional torts when you light people on fire.
Okay, so guys, you could install side exhaust and burn people down?
That's not what I'm saying at all.
Nah, I'm just lame.
You've learned nothing from this.
So,
let me just stop you right there. It's all illegal. It's incredible. The Legal Eagle seal of illegality times 10.
Don't burn people, I guess.
I approve that message, and only that message.
Let me get the next clip.
It's Devin. How you doing tonight?
Good, brother. Yourself? Hey, the reason I'm stopping you is your car's lowered to the point where you're actually defacing the roadway. You're throwing sparks for several feet out of the back of your car. Is there any way you can prevent it from doing that, scraping the whole time like that?
So I can. It's really just the exhaust, to be honest with you.
Okay. I can't really tell because your car is about as tall as my knees.
I broke one of the hangers.
I'm going to have to try that trooper thing. This is how troopers do their traffic stops when the car's real low.
Man, Highway Patrol catching strays.
Metal coat hangers from Walmart right now. Normally it doesn't drag like that.
Your exhaust is held up by coat hangers?
Okay.
I'll get under there and take a picture.
That was slammed.
I believe you, dude.
That was tubbed in there. That's sexy.
Flex, but
Is the best way to hang an exhaust from a car using coat hangers from Walmart?
You know when he's bullshitting all the way, he knows that that car is way to the floor. I've used that line too. You know what line I've told the cop? I'm like, the exhaust just fell off right now. That's why it's making spark. He actually is like, all right, go get that fixed. He let me slide.
He sounded pretty sincere when he said that.
Nah, he's
a good actor.
That's the line. That's
Wow.
the line. When you're that low, you got to come up with all kinds of.
Okay, how do you even get wheels with that much negative camber?
So it has camber adjustment. You adjust it all the way. You just go like this. Take it off and you go whoop. That's where I want it at. If either you fabricate the link or you adjust it to where it's all the way negative.
Yeah.
Where it's all the way dumped inside, and you're like, that's what I want. And then you just adjust it and you're chilling. And then when the car goes down, either this one's static, so when the car goes down, it goes like this, right?
Yeah.
So then it's buckling down like this. So then you get a little bit more, and then he stretches out the fenders, or he pulls the fenders, or he puts a bat in there.
But won't you go through tires really quickly with that much camber?
That's the low life. That's the low life.
That's a low life, folks.
Yeah, that's the low life.
Now, the interesting thing about cars like this is that because there was so much racial profiling, at least in California, over stanced cars like these, the legislature did away with any kind of required clearance. Now, obviously, if your car is dragging on the ground and damaging the road and causing sparks, which would be a distraction to other drivers, then you can and should be pulled over, and you should be required to raise up the suspension so that it doesn't cause that kind of damage. But yeah, just because you have a really low lowrider or a stanced car, then that alone is not enough to be considered illegal or a violation. So one time, the Legal Eagle seal of legality.
Next clip.
Installing car parts on strangers' cars. Part 1.
What?
A decorative hood scoop.
Just randomly doing it? A fake scoop on the. Oh.
The cops love it when you do this.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they won't admit it, but they love this kind of stuff.
So I'm gonna put some wide body on them. And would I get in trouble if I glue that on top of their hood?
Yeah, that would be. Yes, you would. That would be destruction of government property. Probably vandalism. You know, if it really does cause permanent damage to the car, that would be a felony. But if it's, you know, just a sticker, probably just a misdemeanor. But I mean, I would not play that game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes on that one.
You're right about that. I mean, honestly, that's tight.
Yeah, that's totally illegal, either vandalism or criminal mischief. And you can bet that that's going to be amplified if you're doing it to a state trooper's car and not someone else's car.
Do it for the boys, but not these boys. Next clip. Oh yeah. I've seen this so much. It's like Mad Max, but it looks cool though.
This one, I think, actually can conceivably be legal because I think unless there is a specific statute that says you can't have, you know, spinning blades that are protruding from your wheels, which I would be in favor of that legislation. Cars can only be so wide, and I think that this would not be wider than is allowable on the roads. But you can imagine if you're driving along the road and your car is much wider than it normally would be, you're definitely liable for all the damage that you cause. And boy, if you hurt someone like a pedestrian, which I think would be extremely likely to do, I think that would definitely qualify as criminal negligence.
Imagine a biker like, wee, and then this was passed by, boom, just cheddar cheese this fool.
Yeah, you can imagine that that's so dangerous that there should be a specific statute that makes that illegal.
Where's that popular at? Houston?
Yeah.
Houston, you guys are fire. I consider the same thing that you're saying, that this is super dangerous. I'm not saying it's illegal. I'm not saying it's illegal because it's all fun and games so somebody gets hurt, right? But
no, that's not the law.
It's this goddamn tie. It's just making me feel like I could say whatever I want, guys. So is this legal or not legal?
This one, I don't know. It should be illegal. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
It's really stupid. The Legal Eagle seal of legal stupidity.
Next clip.
Are we on a toll road? Are we on a toll road? A toll road?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're on a fucking toll
Sorry.
road.
He's on the phone too?
Nice.
Yikes.
So obviously what he's doing right there, he's blocking his plate so he doesn't get charged.
Yeah.
By the cameras. I mean, I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot.
And I guarantee he was lane splitting down the toll road at like 90 or 100 miles an hour.
Jamming through that bad boy like it was butter. Like, wee!
So in California, it is not illegal to lane split, but also it is illegal to speed, and it's really incredibly dangerous to go very fast while lane splitting. Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about my experiences lane splitting.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I was always very safe.
The legal eagle has some trash in there.
All I'll say is that in Los Angeles, usually the traffic is stopped. So while I think it would be pretty safe to go 20 or 30 miles an hour while it's gridlock on the 405 or the 10, going 90 miles an hour while the traffic is stopped is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And yeah, I mean,
he's a bad boy. He just doesn't want to say it. He lives good.
I would absolutely never do that. And
So the Legal Eagle rides. What do you ride?
I don't ride anymore. I used to ride a GSX-R 600 and a Yamaha R1.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, bad boy right here.
So obviously you have to have a visible plate at all times. And while there are some jurisdictions that don't require you to have a front license plate with a car, I think that's really stupid because there's so many times when I'm in Florida and I'm waiting for an Uber and I can't tell what my car is because they don't have a front license plate in to let me know that, oh, this exact Camry, this silver Camry of which there are 20 waiting to pick people up is the one that I'm looking for because the Floridians don't have front license plates often. So put a front license plate on your car, and also display a back license plate at all times, whether you're riding a motorcycle or a car.
Got you. Is this legal?
Totally illegal. Everywhere.
Don't hide your plates, guys.
Next clip.
Fake cat. Beautiful. The cat looks like it's right there. Hollow.
Yeah, it's just a straight pipe. Okay.
Sexy. Not sexy.
Looks real. So this is with the fake cat?
Well, I was going to say we. Let me take that back.
Someone you know.
A lot of people used to do this. And they would just hollow out the cat. And, well, this guy actually went a little deeper and put a tube in there, but whatever. You normally just hollow it out and put it back in there and weld it. And the cop would usually be like, do you have a cat? And they'll be like, yeah. And then the cop will get down there and see it. He'd be like, Now, you could get away visually, but you couldn't get away if you got on a checkpoint. You were because they're gonna put that machine in there and see if it's even holding emissions, like a mobile smog machine.
Now, if you took the catalytic converter out, you gain like 5 horsepower. It can't be much.
Yeah, you get like 10 horsepower. You're right. It's not a lot, but it sounds really cool though. If you're turbo, it's just breathing. It's amazing. I'm not saying I do that anymore.
Well, that's good because it's completely illegal. There are all kinds of California environmental restrictions that say you have to have a working catalytic converter. There are federal restrictions that say you have to have a working catalytic converter. And I think, hollowing out a cat for an additional 10 horsepower is a really stupid trade-off to make. And it's, horrible for the environment, too. So don't do that.
So you heard it. Don't do this. Don't hollow out your cat. Even though it sounds cool, it gives you more power. On the dyno, you get beautiful numbers. Everybody hears you. They're like, damn, that sounds beautiful. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You heard it.
No, I think they are getting the message that you are completely 100% against it.
Yeah, definitely.
Roll it.
It's a light show. That's what that is. Look like you're in a rave. It's all the Lexus boys. To me, it's cool, but can you get in trouble for that?
I think this is illegal for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I think it's too bright for a rear brake indicator. I think the fact that it's flashing runs afoul of the fact that it doesn't really indicate that you're stopping and would be confused for a turn signal.
That's a good one.
But ironically, it would probably do a good job of preventing accidents for some people because it's flashing so much and it would draw the attention of a driver behind you. It probably would really indicate that you are stopping. But if everyone had one of these, then it would be just a horrible light show that would, be a counter indication.
EDC party.
So ironically, while it's probably good for one car, it would probably be terrible if everyone had it. And that's another reason why it would be illegal for everyone to have these.
Yeah, it'll be crazy. Imagine everybody like in the freeway. I'm like, what the is everybody doing?
Yeah.
We're going left, right, stopping? What are we doing?
Yeah, especially in LA when everyone is constantly applying the brake.
Yeah.
It would just be a light show all the time. It would be even worse than it actually is.
So this is illegal.
Probably. That's my guess.
Next clip. That's bright enough. I can't even see that. Whoa, wow. Wow.
Oh, boy. Yeah, as if driving that lifted truck wasn't enough of a signal that you're an ass. You had to put the lights on the wheels.
It's probably one of our short kings driving that. You know what? That's a lot of lights, even for me. Like, come on now.
I don't even know how you get the lights on the wheels because the wheels are spinning. Okay. And it looks like the wheels are attached, or the lights are attached to the wheels somehow.
Okay, so on the actual rotor, there's like a shield that protects all the dust from coming in. So you usually modify it and you attach that. That doesn't spin.
Okay.
So everything else spins. So you put the lighting right there, and then you get the light show right there. So you know what? This is probably cool when you're off-roading.
The driver of that truck has never taken that truck off-roading in their life.
Is this legal or illegal?
That's totally legal. There are all kinds of restrictions on what kind of lights can be on the side, as well as the size of the lights and the brightness of the lights. And this clearly exceeds all of that.
Just turn the switch off, my dude. We know you're cool. Let me get that next clip.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Crack. Other side. What's that? Damn.
Is that saca la bolsita right there?
Wow. I mean, that's not really a car modification so much as just a whole bunch of drugs in a car.
Somebody was having a hell of a party. Hell of a party.
I mean, if I was that mechanic, I would absolutely refuse to work on that car until the client removed all the drugs and drug paraphernalia. Yeah.
With this type of stuff, you probably would get in trouble, guys. But I mean...
Yeah, illegal drugs, you would get in trouble for using illegal drugs. That's correct.
No, it doesn't... But I'm not going to be in there and be like, oh, you're like, what's up, guys? I'm like, oh, yeah, there was... No, I'm not going to be doing the drugs. But if somebody... So I'll get in trouble if he had drugs in that car and I was in there?
I don't know that you would necessarily be convicted of any crimes, but you'd certainly be under suspicion of having committed crimes.
They'll look at me and they'll be like, hey, I know you have that tie on, but it looks like you have a little powder right there. I'm like, oh. So is this this is just illegal, right?
Yeah, whoever was driving that car definitely engaged in some illegality there.
Sorry, guys. Don't leave on. Yeah, whatever, guys. You guys are weird. Next clip.
The boat.
No,
oh my God.
That's just crazy. It looks cool though.
How? Why does that look cool?
He's driving like standing up.
It's like
you can't see for sure.
It's the car equivalent of an overbite. Absolutely horrible.
I personally wouldn't do that, but it looks pretty cool.
Can you tell from the suspension modifications that it always rides like that, or is it variable where they can change it?
He probably has bags.
Okay.
He probably has an air ride that he could probably like raise up, and if he doesn't, I mean, that's just gangster. He doesn't give a f. That's what's up. And it comes down to the same thing with the other car. It's too wide, no fender covers for the tires.
Yeah.
So that whole thing is illegal, right?
Yeah, actually in North and South Carolina, where this for some reason originated, they had to pass specific laws to make it illegal because of how stupidly dangerous it is.
It is pretty dangerous because you can't see anybody. Like you just run over somebody and they'll be like, whoa, that was a speed bump. No, that was actually a pedestrian just right under your wheels.
Yeah.
You definitely say this is legal or not legal?
It's specifically called out as illegal in several states.
Don't play like that, guys. It looks pretty cool, but I guess not. The tie is not letting me tell you guys.
You seem so defeated.
I'm defeated, guys.
Oh, that's sick. I would never do it. I don't like it, but...
It's the tie, guys. It's the tie. So people that have gotten injuries and accidents and all that stuff, how do they find a great lawyer?
Yeah, well, I started my YouTube channel to help explain the law, but I still found that there were thousands of people that actually needed actual legal advice. And it's been so hard to find attorneys because people don't know attorneys, and when you need one, you really, really need one. So I started my law firm, the Eagle Team, to be able to help those people who had trouble finding a good lawyer.
So how important is it to get a lawyer when you're in an accident?
Yeah, my old partner used to say, if you have an insurance policy, that just gives you the right to sue the insurance company. Plus, at the Eagle Team, it doesn't cost anything to hire an attorney up front for an auto accident because the attorney only gets paid at the end of the case and only if we win. So if you've ever been in a car crash or a trucking or big rig accident or an Uber incident or just about anything involving a car or a street, you can call the number that's on screen right now, or you can click on the link in the description for a free consultation with my team. Because you don't just need a legal team, you need the Eagle Team.
Ooh, he looks sharp. He's gonna get you some money. Devin Stone.
Thanks so much.
The GOAT, baby.